As we continue to power our modern world, there's a growing question we must confront. Why do we need sustainable energy? Our planet is under increasing stress due to rising CO2 levels, which are driving climate change and affecting ecosystems, weather patterns, and human health. In this video, we'll explore how our current energy practices contribute to this problem and why sustainable alternatives are critical for our future. CO2 emissions are a key factor in global warming, and two major sources are fossil fuel consumption and land use changes. Fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas are burned to meet our energy demands, releasing vast amounts of carbon into the atmosphere. According to Our World in Data, fossil fuel consumption alone contributed an enormous 37.15 billion tons of CO2 emissions in 2022. Land use changes, such as deforestation, further exacerbate the problem, reducing nature's capacity to absorb carbon. These alarming figures highlight the urgent need for a shift towards sustainable energy solutions. Now, let's take a look at some key energy statistics from 2023. Key energy statistics can be found from various reliable sources. Two that we follow are reports published by the Energy Institute and the World Energy and Climate Statistics. Now, let's dive deeper into the report and energy figures for 2023, starting with data from the Energy Institute. According to the report, total primary energy consumption increased by 2% compared to 2022, sitting 0.6% above the 10-year average. Renewables' share of total primary energy consumption reached 14.6%, marking a 0.4% increase from the previous year. On the other hand, fossil fuel consumption as a percentage of primary energy dropped by 0.4%, now making up 81.5% of the total. Unfortunately, greenhouse gas emissions from energy use, industrial processes, flaring, and methane, measured in carbon dioxide equivalent, rose by 2.1%, surpassing the record set in 2022. Global oil production also hit a record high in 2023, increasing by 2.1 million barrels per day to reach 96 million barrels per day. Global gas production remained fairly steady, while global coal production reached its highest ever level at 179 exajoules, surpassing the previous year's record. Global electricity generation rose by 2.5% in 2023, reaching a record 29,925 terawatt-hours. A silver lining in these figures is that the share of renewables in total power generation grew from 29% to 30%. Solar and wind capacity continued to grow rapidly, exceeding last year's record by around 186 gigawatts, a staggering 67% increase. We have now established that CO2 emissions are a major problem, and fossil fuel consumption is the leading cause. So what are the alternatives? One key option is solar energy, which can be converted into electricity using photovoltaic panels without emitting CO2. Similarly, wind energy uses wind turbines to generate clean power, scalable to meet global energy demands. Hydropower taps into the kinetic energy of water, while geothermal energy utilizes heat from within the earth. Both are renewable and reliable sources. Bioenergy, produced from organic materials like plants and waste, can also serve as a substitute for fossil fuels, though it must be carefully managed to avoid negative environmental impacts. These alternatives offer sustainable solutions to reduce our reliance on fossil fuels and help combat the rising threat of climate change. That's why we need sustainable energy.